and everything is tight and it's not going to drop off when you go out the start gate.
And it just major pain.
Injured at all?
No, I'm fine. I can feel the blood running down my arm, but
not a very pleasant feeling.
It goes away in a week.
I think I'm just going to say good luck and get out of the way.
You want twins?
You want twins?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Welcome to Senneleys Park in Birmingham, round 5 of Track Wars. In the pro class, Tommy Brackens is easily leading Mr. BMX Stu Thompson by a lot of money. Remember, Tommy Brackens coming over as the NBL #1, and he really is living up to expectations in this Kellogg series. In the team championship, Amoco lead the rally team, who have suddenly come from, well, virtual nowhere to that second place. On the freestyle circuit, we've got the very best in the world competing, and in fact, we're down to the semi-final stage today, and Andy Ruffles' brother Neil has done extremely well to reach the semi-final stage. And we'll see the fabulous freestylers a bit later on. Now, the sun's baked the track hard this week, and we're going to start with the semi-finals of the pro class. Andy Ruffles in the first semi-final, and he's brought his fan club with him. I can hear him now. Ruffle, ruffle, ruffle. Get it? Dave Brenner's got the race lineup.
And that's the man himself, Andy Ruffle, who, of course, lives near Barking. And that's the lineup for Pro Semi-Final #1. 5 UK guys. We've got to get one into the final. The bad news, though, we've got the 1, 2 and 3 from the Pro Mains last week. And it's Tommy Brackens, another fantastic gate by him, being closely pursued by Eddie King and Richie Anderson. It's the USA, 1, 2, 3, going over that first whoops and into the berm, out of the berm, over that whoops, and still the Americans holding a commanding lead with Sid Salisbury in 4th spot, Tim March 5th, Andy Ruffle nowhere at the moment, but desperately trying to get back into this race. Oh, but he's not going to do it because he got slightly impeded by Tim March. Down goes Andy Ruffle. He blocked Jamie Vince as well. That's left the Yanks absolutely clear. Sid Salisbury looks good for a place in the final. He's in 4th spot, but Tim March just gets up to take him on the line. Brackens, King, Anderson, 1, 2, 3. Tim March in 4th spot. But Ruffles' woes continue. Tim March loses it slightly. Down goes Andy. He blocks Jamie Vince.
Poor old Andy just can't seem to turn it on in the Kellogg's Championships. But then again, it's not really his fault, officer. Nick, Nick.
Proceeding in a southerly direction, 8 Yanks in Pro Semi-Final #2. The first 4 qualify for the final. That's one of the Yanks, Harry Leary, the fearsome face of the man in black. It's a pretty even gate by the 8. Let's see who gets the whole shot. It's going to be Stu Thompson from, Gary Ellis in 2nd place, but a really spectacular blitzer there by Scott Clark. It's the 2 Huffy boys. Ellis first from Stu Thompson. Stu Thompson takes that triple whoops really well. That gets him the lead. It's Thompson from Ellis. Harry Leary 3rd. Mike Miranda being taken now by Anthony Sewell. Anthony Sewell up into 4th spot, but it's the 2 Huffy boys. Thompson and Ellis 1 and 2. Leary in 3rd place, Anthony Sewell 4, Mike Miranda 5. Huffy 1 and 2, but Leary just gets up to take Gary Ellis on the line. Thompson 1, Leary, Ellis, Anthony Sewell in 4th spot. But what happened to Scott Clark? Well, that's what happened. Loses a pedal, makes a complete hash of that whoops, out the front door. Beam me up, Scotty.
Well, the pros are certainly going to need time to recover before their final, but Andy's already come round and he's going to show us a rather special trick. Hop to it, Andy.
Just about every town in the UK over the last 2 months, and when I say he's been perfecting this trick, he's been perfecting it. If he does it, go bananas, all right? Freak
Well, understandably, it took me quite a long time to perfect this trick. The idea is to get up there and down without the back wheel touching the ramp. This is where you really find out the importance of a good front brake. And now, we haven't thought of a name of this trick, so if you've got any suggestions, send them in.
Ruffle riding high. Now back to the track, and this week it's long, hard and very mean. A course to suit the power boys. There's a wide sweeping berm, a tricky triple under the bridge, then a very tight turn up and over that bridge to the finish. Let's go with the 14-year-olds.
And that's the lineup in the 14's main, Mick. And in lane 5, we've got Wayne Llewellyn, Team Amoco, who's going for his 3rd win on the trot in this 14's main. That's Dean Idials in the rally strip. Alongside him, Nigel Kenning, Team GT.
Ready, go!
And Wayne Llewellyn gets his customary great gate, but Dean Idials left at the post. It's Wayne Llewellyn getting the whole shot from Andy Wells and Nigel Kenning. Jared Potter, Chris Taylor at the moment battling it out for 4th. Potter takes 4th with a really good low jump over that whoops. Still Wayne Llewellyn though from Welsh and Kenning. Potter in 4th spot. Llewellyn's got a big lead, about 10-15 metres as they go round that tight berm now. It's Llewellyn from Welsh and Kenning. Potter, oh, that's really awesome riding by Potter going under the bridge. He's taken Welsh and Kenning for 2nd spot. Llewellyn 1, Potter 2, Welsh 3, Kenning 4, and I think that's the way they're going to finish. Wayne Llewellyn coasts for the line. He gets it. Potter 2, Welsh 3, Kenning 4. Another great win for Wayne.
It's a good race again. I got a best gate I've had all day today. You know, I just got the L shot and I kept the lead from there. But I slipped up in the corners a couple of times. But, you know, that didn't really matter.
So Amoco a big lead. Now, as promised, freestyle. In the first semi-final, 2 California flyers. Brian Blyther and 19-year-old Ron Wilkerson. Ron, your first visit to the UK?
Yep, first one.
Yeah, and how about the weather over here? How are you finding that compared to back home?
It's a little colder,
yeah.
But it's been nice this week so far.
Yeah, we've been very lucky this week. In fact,
Yeah.
It's possibly the hottest week of the year over here. And it's obviously going to suit you guys now.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right. What's your speciality then in the freestyle arena?
I like both ramps and ground tricks.
But if you had to put your finger on your strength, what was it going to be?
Probably ramps, I'd say.
Yeah?
I like the more fun, I think.
How long have you actually been involved in BMX riding?
About 3 years.
And why did you start racing first of all and then got into the trick stuff?
I raced for about a year and then just started doing freestyle shows and then got sponsors and kept going.
Why did you leave the actual racing?
I don't know, we like to show off and do tricks and things like that, and then we started the 2-up trick team. And we started doing shows as that, and then just went on from there.
From Ontario, not in Canada, but California, we've got Brian Blyther. Brian, skate parks is your forte, yeah?
Yeah, I ride skate parks and ramps mostly.
Now, you've reached this semi-final. You obviously expected in your mind to be here, but for someone who's more of a specialist on the ramps rather than on the actual surface, this is quite a feat to get here?
Yeah, I had a lot of problems doing the ground tricks, and I didn't do much. The ramps I did pretty good, and I barely made it.
How high have you actually got up on a BMX bike? Any idea?
About 10 feet.
That's above the top of the ramp,
yeah? Above the top.
And that really is high.
It's pretty good.
Well, in America at the moment, you're leading what in the skate parks?
Yeah, leading the points in the King of Skate Parks. There's been 2 contests, and there's 2 more to go.
And to sum up, then, what do you think your chances are of actually reaching this final?
I'm gonna try really hard. Do a good run, and hopefully make it to the final. Try.
So 2 great performances, but will it be enough to get them into the final? Join us in a couple of seconds. Well, through to the semi-final, inevitably, of the Kellogg's Freestyle Championship. Eddie Fiola, happy with your first performances?
Yeah, I was really happy with it. Made it to the finals, and or the semifinals, and I hope to do better in the finals.
Right, well, the first thing we've got to ask you is last year we nicknamed you the Flying Banana because you're all in yellow. Suddenly it's all black. What's happened there?
The yellow got dirty during a full month of touring. Black is a lot easier to take care of, and just to be different than everybody else because they're all in different colors, and we're just going back to basic black and white.
Stands out rather, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Now, you've recently undertaken a UK tour and a European tour, I understand. How's that been going?
It's been going really well. Big crowds. People have been enjoying it. We've been enjoying it, and it's been going really well.
Well, last year it was basically you and Mike Dominguez fighting out the freestyle. This year, some of the British boys putting up quite a display.
Right. Since then, freestyle has gotten bigger, and there's a lot more tricks now that have been invented. And it's just more competition for us, which is better, and we just do our best.
So the semi-finals consist of 3 Americans and 1 Brit, and our representative from sunny Walthamstow is Neil Ruffell. Neil, surprised you got through?
Yeah, pretty surprised because I didn't do as well as I wanted to, but I got through, so I'm okay now.
Okay. Now, being brother of Andy Ruffell, has he been a help or a hindrance to you?
Well, it's pretty hard at the beginning because I kind of had to live up to the Ruffell kind of name, and then I just got better and better. Here I am.
So why didn't you race? Why the freestyle?
Well, actually, I got into freestyle accidentally because I was a racer at first, but getting to the races and stuff was too expensive. And so I just gradually fell into freestyle, and then I got sponsored, and I just got better and better.
It's looking good for Neil.
The big surprise of this event, Eddie Viola has not made that final. In first place, the first finalist through, Ron Wilkerson. In second place, 48 points, Neil Ruffell. So what a freestyle final we've got for you next week. East London's Neil Ruffell against Ron Wilkerson from America. How about that, Andy?
Well, everybody's really pleased about that because we've got a British rider in the final. So let's go racing again.
Right, it's the finals of the 15-year-olds. Bloody hell, he's big, isn't he? Hello, that's more my size, that's the way I like it. How comes you're so a lot smaller than the others here?
I'm only 13.
You're only 13, this is Dale Holmes, brother of Rachel Holmes.
Yeah.
Hey, now what are you doing in sort of like an age group 2 years older than yourself?
Well, Warren Godfrey, he won Kellogg's last year, is injured himself, and I'm the next one on the list for the sub.
But did you have to make your way through the qualifying round?
Yeah.
So you've actually done the business, you're not just here as a substitute for the final?
No.
Hey, that's quite an achievement. And any possibilities of an upset here of you actually winning it?
No, I don't think so.
Dale Holmes making it through to the 15's main. He's in lane 6. One big surprise, no Tom Lynch this week. He's taken this class by the scruff of the neck, but he hasn't made it through. So let's see who can take over Lynch's mantle as king of this class. It's going to be Whopper Watkins rising first. Whopper gets the whole shot from John Gorn and Kevin Hayes. David Morris making inroads now. He's up in the 4th spot, but look at Lee Alexander riding a really wicked whoops there. That's put Lee up in the 2nd place. It's Watkins, Alexander, Morris, Gorn. Dale Holmes, only 13, struggling really valiantly to stay with the pack, but he's in last place at the moment as they go under the bridge. But it's the Whopper. He's going to come home first from Lee Alexander and David Morris. John Gorn still with 4th spot. Up over the bridge, the Whopper's going to win this, coasting for home. Whopper Watkins first, Lee Alexander 2, David Morris 3, John Gorn in 4th place. Good win for the Whopper.
And that win brings Whopper into 3rd place in the 15-year-olds. It's hotting up, and it's hotting up on the track. What's that say? Empty? Oh, perhaps he needs a Big Mac. Or even a Whopper. Get it?
Well, Mick, I've had a belly full of looking at the boys. I'd rather look at Sarah Jane Nichols up on the start hill ready for the girls' race. So far, she's won 4 mains out of 4.
And I don't know about you, Andy, but I'm not going to bet against Sarah Jane making it 5 out of 5 today. Big question is, who's going to come second? Because Sarah Jane really in a class of her own among the girls.
Riders ready, bailers ready, go!
And it's Sarah Jane. She's going to get the whole shot. Sarah Jane Nichols from Rachel Holmes, Karen Murphy, Donna Duffy. And, quadruple catastrophe. Lisa Wright, Suzuki, comes a blitzer, Keely Mulkerins, Joanne Noakes, Alison Dyer-Goudis, all taken out of this race. That's left Sarah Jane leading by a street from Rachel Holmes, Karen Murphy, Donna Duffy. And they're the only 4 girls left in it after that amazing crash at the start of the race. Sarah Jane, 20-30 metres clear of the field. Rachel Holmes doing her best to close the gap, but she'll have to be satisfied with 2nd place like she did last week, and another 7 points for JMC Rainbow. Karen Murphy, Team Rally's going to finish 3rd. Donna Duffy, Team Hutch in 4th place. The rest, nowhere. And what do you say about Sarah Jane? Win 5 out of 5. And I'm starting to run out of superlatives. But what did happen early in the race? Well, we can see it. Lisa Wright goes walkabout and wipes out 3 other girls.
All crash bang wallop stuff, and Keely Mulkerins slightly sore in all the wrong places. This tricky 330-metre track causing all kinds of problems from start to finish. Now, Dave, you got the lineup for the 16-year-olds?
I do, Mick, and there it is. The name to watch for in this particular race, Darren Stock, Team Halfords. A bad draw for him. He's in lane 7, but remember, he's got 3 races under his belt already in this class, going for the 4th win of the series this afternoon.
Riders ready, bailers ready, go!
And it's Darren Stock gets a really blistering gate. You can see him cutting in there from 7. It's Darren Stock gets the whole shot from Wood, Duffy, Murphy and David Barnsby in 5th place. But it's Halfords from Rally at the moment. Darren Stock and Darren Wood 1 and 2. Going over that whoops, Jason Duffy Falcon, Nigel Murphy Hot Wheels in 3rd and 4th place respectively. It's still Darren Stock holding the pace though from Darren Wood. But look at this, this is Jason Duffy, Team Falcon, coming up in the 2nd place, overtakes Darren Wood going under that bridge. So it's Darren Stock 1, Jason Duffy 2, Darren Wood 3, Nigel Murphy 4 as they go over the bridge. That's the order they're going to finish in. Darren Stock gets his 4th win of the series for Team Halfords. Duffy 2nd, Wood 3rd, Murphy in 4th place. Another great win for Darren Stock.
Darren Stock's quite happy with that performance. Yeah?
Great. I was in gate 7. I didn't think I'd get it from there because this is the most unfair of all the tracks so far, all the gate positions. When I got gate 7, I just... But I win it there.
And then Halfords getting 8 good points. And that's how the teams stand. But one team, CW Racing, yet to score a single point. Dean, any particular reason why?
The main reason is because we've got all original riders who've been riding for CW all year, and none of them are in the actual age groups they race in. They're all riding up age groups, apart from me, but I've got an injury.
Oh, right.
That's my excuse.
Andy, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, you know, it's just the way it goes. The team riders are pretty good. You know, it's just a lack of the draw on the gate and a few other factors. But, you know, let's hope they can get in the next one.
Yeah, I must admit, this CW team remind me rather like the Norwegian Eurovision song entrance. They've actually got, there's no way they're going to get a team in the final.
0 point.
Denmark the lineup for the Superclass mains. 2 to look out for, Gary Llewellyn, Craig Schofield. 2 wins apiece so far. Gary Llewellyn on the outside, Team Amoco today, but not for long because he's off to ASR.
Riders ready, bailers ready, go!
And it's a really blazing gate by Gary Llewellyn. He's going to take 2nd spot, but it's Craig Schofield gets the whole shot. Craig Schofield from Gary Llewellyn. Paul Gray 3rd, Chris Simmons, Team GT in 4th place. But it's Schofield and Llewellyn, the big 2 in the Superclass mains. 1 and 2 at the moment. Paul Gray battling to stay with them, and he's doing it too. It's Schofield, Llewellyn and Gray. But Gray taking Llewellyn on the inside there. Gary Llewellyn losing his pedals. That's left Gray up in a 2nd spot. It's Schofield, Gray And Llewellyn in all sorts of problems now. He's down into 4th place, and he's even going to get edged out of that as Nicky Matthews takes a clear line. Photo finish for 1st place, though. That was tight. Paul Gray takes it from Craig Schofield on the line. Simmons 3, Matthews 4, Llewellyn 5.
You were sent to the States to do a bit of training. Do you reckon that paid off?
Well, it gave me a lot of experience.
Yeah.
We did the World Championships, which came 6th in. That was in Las Vegas.
Okay, well, you're riding superbly. Your first win of the series. Good luck in the next one.
And with that win, Redline are storming after Rally, but Amoco are right out in front. OK, then, we're all ready for the big money final, and the pros have got their wallets out and ready for the off.
Yup, lots of loot up for grabs. Let's check the 8 going to the gate. Anthony Sewell in 1. In lane 2, Richie Anderson, Skyway. 3, Tommy Bracken's GT. 4, Eddie King, Diamondback. 5, Gary Ellis, Huffy. 6, Stu Thompson, also Huffy. 7, Harry Leary, Diamondback. And the one Brit in the field, Tim March, UK.
OK, one UK representative in this, Tim March, has unluckily got lane 8, Andy.
That's right, yes. All the American riders are riding exceptionally well. Tommy Brackens, who's leading the money at the moment, is riding well. Stu Thompson's riding well. In fact, everybody's riding well. But Tim's going to have his work cut out from gate 8 because there's a slight advantage if you're on the inside.
Right, and there's £2,500 worth of prize money out for grabs here. £1,000 for the first past the post.
Yeah, that's Mike Miranda encouraging the 7 Yanks in the field. That's the shot down to the first berm, and you can see how difficult it is for the guy in lane 8, the left-hand lane, to cut inside, get a good line.
It's time then, guys! Riders ready, battles ready, go!
And it's another supersonic start by Tommy Bracken's Team GT. He's going to get the whole shot from Richie Anderson, Team Skyway. The 2 Diamondback guys, Harry Leary, Eddie King, in hot pursuit at the moment. But it's Tommy Bracken's from Richie Anderson, Leary and King. But it's Harry Leary now. He's closing the gap on the leading 2 as they go under the bridge. And we've seen a lot of changes happen under there this afternoon. It's still Bracken's from... No, Anderson, brilliant jump, takes the lead. Leary gone. Anderson first, Bracken second. Anthony Sewell now 3rd. Stu Thompson's gone as well. And I do believe Tim March is up in a 4th spot as Anderson wins it. Bracken 2nd, Sewell 3rd. Tim March does take 4, but whatever happened to Harry Leary? He was going so well under that bridge. Anderson flies past Bracken's. Leary tries to do the same and's wiped out.
Well, if Harry Leary talks with a high-pitched voice, now you know why. Harry, you got blood coming from your knee. What happened over there?
Well, we were going under the bridge and up towards the step jump, and I was in 3rd place right behind Tommy, and Tommy's front wheel clipped the jump. I don't know, I guess he was tired, and he hung a sharp right directly in front of my front wheel, which caused me to just, you know, take the gnarly crash. And I went from 3rd to stone last. Like you said, I got blood on my knee.
Yeah, that looks very painful, actually.
I can feel blood on my elbow, too. But like I said last year, it goes away in a week.
Thanks a lot, Harry. And Andy Ruffle, is anyone going to beat Tommy Brackens?
Well, it's not looking that way, no. He's got a big lead, and hopefully we can get a few more British riders in there, but I don't think so, actually. I think Tommy will get it overall.
OK. Now, in the team championship, at Rally now, beginning to move up, are they going to catch Amoco next week?
Well, we started off the series way back down in the points rankings, and now we're up to 2nd, so hopefully the last programme we can do it.
OK, and also, well, what can I say about the freestyle this week? And the guy at the end looking rather smug, Andy Ruffle's brother Neil. He completely blew Fiolo off the freestyle track, and he's made the final, yeah?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. I'm looking forward to the final. I think it'll be great fun, and I think it'll be good.
OK, well, we'll see you next week, 5 o'clock, Channel 4, for more BMX riding.